2 weeks ago, I did something that completely changed my life. I spent 7 days at the Arkana Wellness Center in Peru, an ayahuasca retreat deep in the Amazon jungle, and the experience took my soul. This video could be an hour long, but we'll stick to the fundamentals so you can decide if it's something you want to do. We'll talk about life at the retreat, what happens during a ceremony, how to integrate everything once you're back home, and so much more. And you're going to want to stick to the end because I'll tell you about a mistake I made so you don't make it. And also, what was my biggest breakthrough. It all started with a flight to Lima, and from there, small plane to Iquitos. The next morning, we were picked up at our hotel, 2 hours on the road, then another hour gliding down the Amazon River in a small boat. And then we were there. The staff welcomed us with music, laughter, and a traditional dance. You can even see my killer moves here. They gave us a tour of the place, and honestly, I can't emphasize this enough. Arkana is world class. The environment, the staff, the rooms, the food, everything was flawless. I couldn't recommend it more. Later that day, we met the shamans one by one in private to share our intentions. Intentions are like questions or themes you want to explore during the ceremonies. I had three. Who was I before society and education changed me? Like, what is my true essence? Second, do I have any blockages preventing me from living fully? And finally, how should I live the next chapter of my life so it feels rich and meaningful? Intentions are deeply personal. They're like anchors to help you staying centered during the ceremony so you don't drift in all kind of directions. In a nutshell, ayahuasca is made from two plants that don't even grow in the same areas of the Amazon. One contains DMT, the psychoactive ingredients. The other allows it to become active in the body. Through generations of experimentation, indigenous people figured out that when combined together, they create that powerful mixture that opens your mind and takes you somewhere far beyond yourself. At the retreat, everyone came for different reasons. Some were battling past traumas, others were dealing with addictions. One of them was a former soldier wounded in war, and a few, like me, were simply searching for something deeper, a more meaningful way to live. Whoever we all have fears, uncertainties, or things preventing us from living fully. Ayahuasca is there to hyperdrive the healing process, to speed up your healing and your growth. I can confidently say that this experience was the most transformative experience of my life. On the second night came our first ceremony. At 9 p.m., we entered the Maloka, the circular ceremony hall. Each of us had a mattress, a bucket, and a roll of toilet paper. Because, yes, vomiting or purging is expected, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. Usually, I throw up 2 or 3 times during a ceremony, and that was it. No diarrhea, just vomiting. As the time to drink approached, I gotta say, I felt nervous. Everyone does. The lights go out, and you're called one by one to the shamans. They bless your cup, and you drink it. Now, big warning. It tastes awful. I can't even describe it. It's disgusting. But you get over it. You're there for a higher purpose. At first, nothing happens. But then after 30 or 45 minutes, you start hearing others purge. And then your turn comes. You can't escape it. At the center of the Maloka was 4 shamans chanting Icaros, sacred songs passed down for generations. Their voices and instruments, they sound otherworldly. It's impossible to describe. It's like the jungle itself is breathing through them. It's hypnotizing. Some of them started working with ayahuasca at 7 years old. It's their vocation, healing the world. They embody pure devotion and love. Now, one thing I didn't expect. I almost felt nothing for the first 2 ceremonies. No big visions, no clear answers. They had to increase my doses to a point where I was taking 3 times what others took. But here's what you should absolutely know. Ayahuasca isn't passive. You don't just sit and wait for Mother Ayahuasca to give you answers. You have to engage in the process by asking questions and trying to decode what it's showing you. Like, why am I seeing this? What's the meaning of it? Why is it showing me this? And that's the mistake I made initially. I thought I was just gonna get clear answers, like precise bullet points on how to change my life. But that's not how it works. The next morning, we all gathered in the Maloka again to share our experiences. It's a vulnerable space, raw, open, and honest. The group I was with, incredible people. We laughed together, we cried, we faced our shadows, and opened our hearts. We all became super close during the retreat. I've had several revelations during the week, but my biggest breakthrough came during the third ceremony. A few hours into the ceremony, I saw a blue woman floating in space, surrounded by planets and galaxies. She looked straight at me, and from her belly, a yellow light glowed toward me. At first, I didn't understand, but as I focused on it, meaning started to unfold. I won't go into too much details. It's a very personal experience. But the way I interpreted the vision was that I needed to find a great woman and give her a child. Again, this is personal to me, but I remember feeling this immense wave of love take over me. And I kept thinking that all that really matters in life is the human stuff. Love, friendship, family, human connection. To let go of all societal expectations and rationalizations and go back to the root. The primal reasons why we're here on this planet. To love, to share, to help each other, and simply be human. If you find the courage to attend the retreat, you'll have your own revelations. It can be scary, but it can also help you save years of your life. Years stuck in destructive patterns or stuck relieving past traumas in your head. I could have taken ayahuasca here at home, but it wouldn't have been the same. There, you go down the Amazon River and already you feel like you're going there with a purpose, to live a deep and life-changing experience. Then you go back on the boat after the retreat, feeling victorious and changed forever. Because it's not just about taking the brew. It's about being surrounded by people just like you. People just trying to live a better life. Awake, grounded, more fulfilled. While you're there, you share, you discuss, you do a lot of journaling. It's a deep introspective experience. And once you're home, that's where the real work begins. It's time to start implementing what you reflected on and the improvements you want to make in your life. Otherwise, the experience fades like a dream. Because the real question is, will you go back to your old patterns or reshape your life to live it fully awake and transformed? I'll end with this. Ayahuasca doesn't just show you visions. It shows you yourself. The parts you've hidden, the pain you've buried, the love you forgot was there. It strips away everything false until only the truth remains. And once you've seen that, you can't live the same way again. Know that if you ever feel called to go, trust the call. Because the journey doesn't end in the jungle, it begins there. Again, everything about the retreat was incredible. Arkana and all the people who were there with me, thank you so much. But please, if you decide to attend any retreat, do your own research. Make sure the center is legitimate, the shamans are experienced, and that you're cleared medically. Ayahuasca isn't for everyone, and preparation matters as much as the ceremonies themselves. I'll leave a link in the comments. It's a document from Arkana explaining how to prepare. The diet, the habit, everything you should know before attending an ayahuasca retreat. If you have any questions or if you've had your own experience with ayahuasca, please comment below. And even if you never plan to take ayahuasca, you can still do some powerful inner work through meditation, nature, journaling, or just deep self-reflection. It's all the same path, remembering who you are. Thank you for watching. Keep shining.